So clearly there are ways in which it can be done, but it needs to be managed very, very closely. You need to have not only the technology, but you also need to have somebody there supporting it, somebody there looking at it for you, and obviously, feeding back from the affiliate to the merchant and vice versa. But having listened to you guys, it sounds like really the issue is looking at the affiliates themselves and the way that they actually sort of carry out their day-to-day business. The likes of changing the expiry dates and stuff like that. Simply, we need to look at best practices. We need to look at actually, enforcing some way of making sure that if voucher codes are used, they're being used correctly. And I think that's, what we do with the IAB Affiliate Council as well, looking at the usage of voucher codes in the industry. So obviously it's a hot topic and it's something that we're looking at all the time. But I think for a number of high-end brands, it's probably just a little bit too risky.
Yes. Picking up on the IAB, I think, I go to a lot of the meetings and we do as well, and I find that they are quite dominated by the networks. And really, if it's an area where you feel, you're really passionate about it, the idea is to really just get involved and just, talk to a lot of the merchants attending in the networks, because I think what we find is a lot of the affiliates, we'd really like the input from that point of view, especially on the voucher code side. So if you do want to look at the site, it's got all the case studies and the next meetings, etc. And they always post up on the forum the agenda as well as, meeting times, etc.
Gemma, any thoughts?
Moving on to question 3, and Christmas is my one.
Right, so question 3, guys. Have you started planning your Christmas marketing strategy? Affiliates, merchants, agencies? What are you guys going to be doing? How are you going to be ramping things up for Christmas? What are the key considerations that you guys are going to be making? Are you going to be doing anything differently this year to what you did last year? Did it work amazingly well last year? Is there nothing that needs changing? Affiliates, again, any examples of somebody who did it terribly, any examples of somebody who did it amazingly would be good, as much as you can offer, guys.
Has anyone started planning Christmas, or is this quite a scary thought right now?
It is a bit early.
Yeah, we started planning this week, first meeting. In terms of what we're going to do, and it's very early stage for us, but I think it's important not to, at the moment, get caught up in, our business is a discount-led business all the time, and a lot of merchants will be doing a lot of, 3 for 2, 10 times off your buy list, that kind of stuff. So it's important for us to try and not cannibalise the increase in Christmas business by giving away that margin. So we need to be really careful in how we promote, to be seen above everybody else without giving discount all the time, without changing our buy to do 3 for 2s and that kind of stuff. So we have to sit there and still drive that margin off the increase in sales. No point increasing the sales without keeping the margin off the back of it. So that's an important time for us. It's also important to drive new customers at that point. That's where we get the majority of our customers in those 3 months, and we have to keep them for the rest of the year there. So it's important to kind of weigh up new customers against margin, against profit.
Yeah. Right. So are we tapping into the gifting side of things as well? Gift affiliates, gift sites.
All clothing sites will do gifting, whether it's wallets or whatever it may be, and most clothing can be given as gifts anyway. But we will buy specifically for Christmas, and we will do a gift range as well.
Yeah.
But if we can get a customer off that gift range and keep them for the rest of the year, it's obviously a good thing for us to do. But very early stages in planning. One meeting down, 365 to go.
I think there's Christmas cards on sale already, so clearly a lot of people are thinking about it. Anyone else? Christmas strategies, what are we doing? What are your merchants doing? What are your clients doing?
What about Christmas guides? I mean, I know that you guys at Sheldix, you do that quite a lot. Is it still working, this kind of gift things, or like what are you planning?
Yeah, I mean that's really a really sort of useful or used resource by our readers. Definitely it gets a massive response, and it'll go live sort of early November, so our editorial team are already putting that together. So definitely, I mean, we would say to merchants, press teams and things, be getting your press releases and lookbooks and stuff over to our editorial team now if you want to sort of be included in a Christmas gift guide, and we'll sort of publicise it promote it in an email to our database, but definitely it's a really sort of big source of traffic and gets a lot of click-throughs.
what are you expecting from merchants to help you guys? For all the
look books,
affiliates?
press releases early, because I actually joined Sherlock's in November last year, and I was amazed at how many press releases were coming through sort of mid to end of November of people saying, you know, we've got this great product, can you feature it before Christmas in your gift guide? And, you know, the guide actually went live. Yeah, it had gone live sort of mid-November or 20th of November or something. So, you know, it was just too late. And we actually do, for sort of B2B on the merchant side of things, we do a big conference in July for all our retailers that we work with. We have sort of 120 retailers. And the July conference is specifically gearing up to Christmas. And I always find it really bizarre in sort of July and Wimbledon's on and that kind of thing that we're all sat around talking about Christmas. But
it is Christmas in July. It's
yeah,
big.
exactly. Well, all the press days, it's Christmas in July, and you know, ASOS, we had them speaking at the last one, and you know, they actually start planning Christmas in January because they sit down in January and do their Christmas review, and they basically start looking ahead at doing their initial forecasts. Then they'll obviously look at their sort of buying and all the rest of it. So for them, it obviously a massive outfit, but you know, they all start sort of really early doors, and you know, I suppose preparation is key. So
From my point of view, I would like to know that the merchants have got sufficient stock for all the products that I'm promoting, because you know, you've spent a lot of time, I personally spent a lot of time writing my posts. Somebody clicks through and it's out of stock, it's a bit of a shame. I mean, they might buy something else, but if there's sufficient stock, I think perhaps I would make more sales.
I think I find it really useful. Our editorial team is very small, pinned, it's just me. And I find it very useful when merchants, like my wardrobe, classic example, are really hot on sort of sending over their, you know, top 10, you know, key bestsellers, if you like, or what they predict is going to be really hot, and then you can literally just go, brilliant, yeah, I'll add that, done, and that's a much easier way to do it. And I can guarantee you know, if you've actually taken the time to bother to do that, then I'll absolutely include you, because you know, I can appreciate that it's taken you time, and you know, you're highlighting, you know, the products that are definitely going to sell. So.
and that you're backing with stock probably.
Yeah. Because of course we know what the buyers have bought, focusing on Christmas as well, because there will be certain products, certain brands, certain key pieces or even exclusives that we will have that you can't find anywhere else, and that our buyers expect to be huge, whether it's gifting or whether it's for the party season or whatever it is. And so we'll push those because we know we've got lots of it. So then, you know, you don't need to worry about it being out of stock either. So it's just about the communication, getting it right.
I think I remember the guys at Fashion Source telling us that you guys have been around for 8 months.
Yeah.
So you've had one Christmas in affiliate marketing.
Well, to be honest, I'm not even sure we signed up with affiliates at Christmas. The site was launched and
Right, okay.
obviously the traffic when you first launch, no promotion or
So
anything
this
like
is your
that.
first Christmas then, really?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so you're excited. What are you guys doing? What sort of merchants are you looking at? What sort of things are you looking for?
We probably will do like a special for products for Christmas as a gift ideas, things like that. To touch on what was said before about the My Wardrobe and getting the product which they sent through and then putting that directly on your site. As a shopper myself, I'd probably get sick of the site and seeing products. I mean, they've probably just opened up the My Wardrobe newsletter and then come to your site and it's the same products. I think a personal touch is probably better, but I mean, it's obviously having the time to go through and pick things, but that's where we try to be different rather than just grab what's there, which they've already read in the newsletter. If they dislike that, they come to your site, that's the same products that I've just looked at.
So how do you do it then? How do you do it differently?
Time and effort. Well, just look ourselves really and pick our own personal things that we would buy that we like.
Right.
I just think it adds something different and more personal touch, which people who are in the higher end fashion would probably appreciate more.
Yeah. Agreed.